More than a year and a half after a horrific crime took the lives of 6 family members, the sole survivor of the Green Pond murders is now sharing her story about what happened that night. It was July of 2023. 6 loved ones, ranging in age from 7 to 101 years old, were found dead following a house fire in the Green Pond community on Folly Creek Lane. Ryan Leonard Manigault was arrested in connection to the deaths and is facing 21 charges, including the death of his own 11-year-old daughter. His charges include 5 counts of murder, 1 count first-degree arson, 2 counts criminal sexual conduct, 2 counts criminal sexual conduct with a minor, and 1 count of incest. Live 5's Emily Johnson sat down with the only victim to survive that brutal attack for an exclusive interview with Live 5 News. This is the first time she has shared her story with the public.
It was on July 2nd, 2023, when generations of a Lowcountry family were taken away. Kimora Wright, who is now 14 years old but was 13 at the time of the crimes, is the only survivor of that horrific night. She suffered 18 stab wounds and inhalation of smoke from the home.
I wasn't feeling anything. I was shocked.
Wright was staying at her grandmother's house and spending time with her 11-year-old and 7-year-old paternal cousins. They were sleeping when Wright says she and her cousins woke up to fighting sounds.
Well, I didn't know what was going on until I looked out the room with my cousin.
And what did you guys see?
Blood on the walls and stuff, like everywhere.
What Wright described next was hard for her to explain and may be disturbing to hear. She says Manigault came inside the room, then took her and her cousins into the living room.
I don't know what happened. All I heard was her screaming. That's when he got me first. And then my cousin, he got my cousin.
Then she says silence filled the house.
So I went and I hid by the curtains, and he came back inside, and then that's when he did stuff to my grandma.
Once Wright said Manigault left the home, the rest was blurry, with her passing out inside the home before moving outside and asking a neighbor to call the police. Wright was then life-flighted to the Medical University of South Carolina in critical condition.
So I walked in the room, and the first thing that I could do was panic, because I just saw like blood everywhere. It was big cuts. It wasn't little pricks or anything. It was huge gash cuts, and I wanted to know who would do that to her.
Wright's mother spent the next week and a half in the hospital with her as she recovered from 18 stab wounds covering her body. Once Wright regained consciousness, she told her mother who was responsible for what happened.
It was like a whirlwind. When she actually told me who did it, it kind of made me break down, like, why would he want to do something like this? This is your family. That was your daughter.
Media agencies, including Live 5 News, requested Manigault's detention center phone calls under the Freedom of Information Act. In October of 2024, and following more than a year-long legal battle, a Colleton County judge approved the release of those calls. A Colleton County judge granted the order after Manigault's attorneys filed multiple motions to appeal his original ruling from October 2023, deeming the calls as public information. The requested calls are from Manigault's time in jail in Colleton and Clarendon counties. Wright reached out to Live 5 News after seeing the continued legal battle over Manigault's phone calls.
Maybe he admitted something on them, and he doesn't want anybody to find it out. And I'm glad that now they're finally out, because I was hoping maybe that could take pressure off of Kimora from having to actually get out there and speak in his presence.
Although the judge's order does approve the release of the jailhouse phone calls, Live 5's attorney Mark Pepper says Manigault's attorneys appealed the decision once again.
I would want to say that I hate him, and I hope he dies. I don't think he deserves to be here. He took so many people's lives, and my baby's still here, but he took a part of her with him.
No word yet when a trial or hearing on Manigault's criminal case will be scheduled. Reporting in Charleston, Emily Johnson, Live 5 News.